What's up, guys? Back in today with more Liar Game, this time with episode 5. Literally just woke up from a nap. This I was meant to watch this like an hour and a half ago, but I'm not sure what took so long. But I'm here, so I thought I'd have a nap during the waiting time. Because I had to wake up early for a football match. But anyway, you don't care about that. It was a fantastic episode last time out. I did think that the game was actually pretty simple, and I still think that is the case. So I kind of, as far as hating on it, but I did pick it apart a little bit in regards to just simpling it down to 50-50. But they've got a really good strategy of ensuring that there is a victor. Whether we can actually pull that off, I doubt. And added in the fact that there's some kind of rat that scams some poor woman as part of this group. Yeah, there's plenty of like little landmines here, so really looking forward to seeing the contents of today's episode. And yeah, let's get right into it. You guys know I'm especially interested in that blonde woman, and I actually suspect that it is a woman that scammed that guy, even though they're pretty damn sure it was a guy. It just makes you think it was a woman, but maybe it's a bit of a double bluff in that regard. But yeah, I was actually quite shocked when I saw on my anime list the ratings for this show incredibly low, which is a little bit shocking to me. I'm not massively shocked. Nowadays, if a thing doesn't have beautiful animation, it is quite often regarded quite lowly, which is a shame. And you see shows like Blue Box that I personally really don't like in regards to the story and writing. Is very highly regarded, mostly due to its visuals. And then you get this that it doesn't look awful. That is much more interesting, yet much lower rated. I feel like the new breed of anime fan is visuals above everything. It's a bit of a shame, honestly. But yeah, as I said, I was kind of shocked to see this was sitting at 6.5. I was like, wow. I mean, I shouldn't be shocked because another show I'm watching this season called Awaji Mikakai is sitting just above that, and my god, is that criminally underrated. Criminally. But I like that we drew the best out of our main character here in regards to getting her. Well, she begged these people to get here, but getting to know all these people. So already the pause, apologies. But yeah, I love that we got the best out of her. Like we didn't really see too much of it, but talking to, I mean, we saw a few of the guys she spoke to. One of them talked about fucking getting what they call it, Jinshin bye bye. Jinshin bye bye. Getting sold in like the black market, slave traded. I forgot what I was about to say. Oh shit, I forgot the point I was about to make. Oh yeah. I mean, I mentioned this last week about everybody here winning that first game. Everybody here is at least a little bit sneaky to some degree because they all won that first game. So what's to say these people even want to share their prize / escape the liar game? I feel like not everybody. That's the issue with a big group like this. Like, there's going to be people that aren't going to agree, and there's going to be people that say they agree but don't actually agree. So this is very easily sabotaged. However, I feel like this might just be a vessel to find out who the saboteur is. Maybe that's where this idea comes from. So does everybody feel like that though? The genius in the corner. Looking all edgy. As well as I'm taking the full amount from the losers, so they make their money. Also, from the perspective of a rat, if there is a rat in the group, you've also got to be very lucky if you are the rat. Okay, we're gonna make written contracts. Let's make sure no one put psych, or it's just a prank, bro. So somewhere in there. Okay, let's go through these contracts. I don't think this is the full contract here, but it's definitely a substantial portion of it. On this very day, I hear the 21st of June, 2000. Why is that? Do you know what I hate when they do stuff like that? It's very little, so it doesn't even really mean anything. But a good example of this was a show I was watching a couple months ago. I can't remember the name of it actually. It was like a romance show about a girl that moved from America to Japan and pretended to be a dude. And it's like an old school manga, and they updated it so everybody had like modern day cell phones and stuff. And I can't help but think that just creates plot holes when the original story was intended to be without those very handy supercomputers in your pocket. And this is maybe the same. I mean, I feel like this is very 2000s coded, to be honest. I'm someone that grew up in the 2000s, so I've got a pretty good like grasp on like it, even though I didn't like I wasn't into anime as it was in the 2000s. I grew up on anime, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon, Bakugan, like all sorts of cartoons. I thought cartoons then, but were actually anime just dubbed in English. And like Power Rangers and stuff. Like, I'm very 2000s coded, and this kind of feels quite 2000s coded. I'm probably wrong in saying that, but it just feels like something from that era. And there obviously there were like phones and smartphones to a degree, but I can't help but also again think that this just stands to be pointless. Like, why change it? Why you just create potential plot holes by changing the date? I really don't get this. Clearly this wasn't actually set on June 2026, because why would it be? But yeah, apologies, personal nitpick from me there. We'll go through this. I hereby swear to act as a part of the team of 8 in Minority Rule, the second round of the Liar game, under the following conditions. As a part of the team, I will act as decided in advance by the team. So they've actually got to handwrite all of this themselves, which is kind of nuts. They haven't just got they didn't just like photocopy this and made you sign it, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. The winner of the second round game, in order to drop out before the third, will pay half of the 2.1 billion prize money to the LGT office. Another slight issue I point out is, which is just natural for movies, TV, anything. It's just the case that you know that there's 7 episodes left, I think, at least. So you know for a fact that this game continues past this. That's an issue with anything, to be honest with you. Any kind of like movie, TV show, like, unfortunately it's slightly spoiled by the fact that you know it continues. But you can't do anything about that, can you? One of the remaining 1.05 billion yen, the winner will pay the 100 million debt of each of the several prior losers, totaling 700 million. The remaining 350 million yen will be split among the 8 team members in equal amounts of 43.75 million yen. So I did speak about this game show in the UK called Golden Balls last week that has a very similar concept to like this in a regard of that you make money all throughout the game, and then right at the end you get to choose if you keep the money and split it between the two participants, or you can use the steal button. And if one person presses the steal button, the other says keep, the person that presses the steal button steals all the money. But if both of them press it, then they both lose the money. And there's like a classic one of someone doing like a reverse psychology of saying, I'm going to steal the money, to make sure that the person on the other side doesn't press steal, because in that event nobody wins. And he ends up pressing, slight spoiler I guess, and not that you guys care, he ends up pressing keep with the other guy. But that I thought was a really smart method of ensuring that they both share the money. Actually, I mean, it seems quite stupid on the face of things, but it's actually a pretty genius strategy. So yeah, it's pretty similar to this in that regard. However, the point I wanted to make here is that that show actually banned, because he did say this as well. He said, I will guarantee give you the money that I steal after I've stolen it. They actually banned people like forming contracts and making agreements like this in those kind of game shows. So it's good to see that that's allowed here. But yeah, they probably wouldn't even allow anything like this in like an actual kind of like game show, unfortunately. So they are all signing the same document. Okay. So yeah, bloody hell, sorry I went on a bit of a yap sesh there. But as with like Castle of the Elite, that's pretty similar to this show. Actually, I do like being quite in depth on the rules and all the details, to be honest with you. This is probably gonna be a long video. Because you're a woman. Mr. X. See, I have a theory that that girl in the middle of the couch was the scammer. Faceless. But yeah. I feel like she's pretty suspect as well, just because she's in the opener. The guy with the shades on indoors, of course. Yeah, I bet you did. You're suspect as well, so. No, that's how a lot of you should be acting, because a lot of you are here of your own volition. You've come to conclusions way too easily right there. If only it was that simple. I think it was that girl on the left. Second in line is this blonde woman. I almost feel like the guy with the glasses is the most trustworthy person here. Which might sound silly, but at least he's accurately, his story lines up. He's here of his own volition, and he looks like a bit of a cheesy, slightly shady man, as you probably should be to be here. So his story is accurate and lines up, whereas these guys, they're all nervous. They all don't want to be here. They're all a bit wary. Are you all going to be like that if you're in here of your own choice? You're more suspect for acting as you are. Does that make sense to you guys? I mean, I relate this to poker. In poker, you try and tell a story of what your hand is. If you bet, you want to like, if you're having a bluff, you want to be like, yeah, like that's I hit my card, but you didn't, and you're like, yeah. And sometimes you pretend, sometimes you actually do. This guy's story, it's yeah. See, like that scene, you probably don't even need to have that scene if you actually just set this when it was meant to be set. It's a 2 second scene, so who cares? But you're just gonna have to keep doing that. You've now created this issue. I imagine that was probably in the source material. Like I said, there were phones about in the 2000s, which I assume this was set. So this guy is the most trustworthy person here, bar our two main characters. You're getting bloody, what's it called? That blonde girl is playing her, isn't she? I forget what it's called. It was all the rage during the Among Us phase. Yeah. Who was eliminated? Gigandes. So I did miss the question, but as I said last week, the question doesn't even really matter. Maybe psychologically, a little bit. Okay. And you are now in debt. Wow, what would you know? The least suspicious people in that group didn't make it through, and you did. It's the camera work, bro. Why is the camera moving like this? Got the shaky cam. God, again, talking about growing up in the 2000s. I don't know why, but shaky cam was a massive fucking issue with a lot of movies around like the 2010 period. You just have random shaky cam. It just like, I think there was a few movies that started out with that were pretty good, and they just so happened to have it in there. And then loads of movies started using it, and it was horrible. Sorry, I was just yapping a bit there. But yeah, the fucking that scene right there is absolutely hilarious. As I said, this is just so 2000s coded. Joe, I'm gonna look it up. I mean, there's nothing suggesting that when this was written / released is when it was set. But considering that when this is released, the anime is when it's set, I'd assume that is the case or close to the case. Uh, Liar Game, and it is a really highly rated manga. So again, interesting to see. Yeah, 2005. As I said, it's just so 2000s coded. It's crazy. It really like yeah, 2000. Apologies, got hiccups. 2005 this came out, so it just has that vibe to it. It's hard to explain, but like if you watch a horror movie from the 2000s, you know you're watching a horror movie from the 2000s, and so on and so forth. You see some shaky cam, you know you're probably watching a movie from like the 2010s. But I love how they framed this scene right here. She gaslighting, that's the word I was looking for. This blonde woman is gaslighting her so hard right now. Oh, not him, but the man with the shades who's not said a word and is at least accurate to So who should be here? Why is there no one else suspicious here? Everybody won the first game some way or another. Why is he the only one who's suspicious? As I said, the only one who's not suspicious because he's suspicious. I hope that makes sense. I mean, it's stupid, that's for sure. Wearing shades inside. Oh, Mr. No Neck from JoJo's Part 5's gone. Rest in peace. Is someone else doing, like, what is this worst case scenario? Do you reckon other people have teamed up and doing the same thing? And it doesn't really matter because there can be two winners. The worst case scenario, huh? Do you like boobs? What does that mean? What does that mean? What is like shirt size? I wear a small. You wear a medium. Oh. That true? I feel like they might actually be talking about something a bit more sexual. Sadistic versus masochist, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? At least they get to spend quite a bit of time eating nice food and so on. You keep bringing him up, makes you more suspicious every time you do. Especially considering you're in the opening. The opening tells me that you're suspicious, lady. Yeah, you just sit here and do absolutely nothing while I prepare. God. You tried speaking to the guy? You tried that one? Yeah, I bet you would. You're brainwashing her. Your whole group's full of girls. And this girl. Maybe she's so obvious at this point that she's not actually suspect. Everything she's doing is a red flag. Brainwashing her, trying to get her to stay together, wasting her time. Damn, that kind of sucks. Damn, she's gonna have to do this by herself. She gets through, is what you're telling me? Wow. That's not good. And like she's getting all the information on their tactics as well. Like, yeah, this blonde lady's setting up some real red flags. Too many red flags, to be honest. Yes, yes, I like that. I like that. I think she's gonna change her vote to no. I think she's gonna change her vote. Oh no. The bad result. The bad result. The weather. I don't get what this worst case scenario is. Oh, so she's leaving. Okay. I assumed it would be her to stay. He's still here. I mean, it's not the biggest. You know, 1 in 2 chance initially, and now another. It's a 1 in 4 chance, right? It's not that. It's not that freaky. So these 4 are the only people left, eh? Who's to say that the scumbag who scanned that woman last episode is not already gone? There's a huge probability that they are. But just in the way that these shows are written, you probably know that they're still part of this. Clearly not him. So it's one of these 3. I struggle to believe it's the redhead guy. So it's either the guy that's so obvious it's not him, or it's the girl that's so obvious that it is her. I feel like everything I'm saying is going to backfire on me though. I'm getting set up for failure right here. So I'll keep my mind open. And she didn't change her vote, which I actually thought was quite surprising. I assumed either she'd change her vote or the imposter artist that we're working with. I assumed either she would change hers or he would change his and kind of play the system a bit, but no, it didn't happen. Seemed nervous, huh? Stop the Hollywood acting. I bet you will. Is it? None of these have been questions. And they don't, again, it doesn't matter, so whatever. See, that question was. She was so. Oh. And then when she gets up there, she proclaims she's going to win. She's just a big red flag. It's too obvious, though. Shouldn't you be working your ass off to pay the debt we just put you in? As you would be. So you're thanking him, but he's doing this out of some kind of this sadistic side to get you to squirm, isn't he? She's got her own little reservation space. Got her own little area, bless her. Is this where she changes her vote? Yes. The shade, man. Will it? Presuming everybody participated in that. Yeah, this means very little right now. Right? The last vote's not been counted. Yeah. Oh, that's not even her name. Who I murdered. No. Borrowed. Oh, so that's a disguise as well? Oh wow, she was pretty hot. Oh wow, you got oh wow. So I was right in regards to feeling that it was a woman. It was just pretty obvious that it would be a woman, because who would suspect that it would be a woman when it was a man? Um, that Japanese classic right there. There's so many anime where it's just like, oh, super beautiful, pretty girl, and it's oh, do you know that's a man? So that one, yeah, pretty Japanese cliche right there. But there were so many red flags. I was almost convinced myself that she wasn't suspect because there were so many red flags. But no, here she is, or he is. Yeah, saw this coming. Yeah, you know how it is. But yeah, I've got to say, she's pretty damn good look. Sorry, I always do that. I was always like the first like couple episodes after an event like this. I always end up mixing the genders just because of what you used to. But he was a pretty damn good looking woman. I can't lie, pretty damn good. But yeah, we'll see what our main character picked. I said this a minute ago. I have a feeling either she, we'll call him a she for now, either she or he would change his vote at some point just to kind of mess with their system. I think it does benefit them to do that, and hopefully he did. And I'm bored. I mean, that I definitely didn't see coming. I didn't see it coming that actually was a man. So it still looks pretty good with that bald head, honestly. The game's not over yet. So it's not legally binding to you. Would that not be fraud? Could we not sue you for fraud? Maniacal laugh. You just know the script right there written. Maniacal laugh. Well, you're laughing way too early here. The game's not even finished. You're laughing way too early. Do you know what? I fucking love the full version of this song, by the way. This ending song is awesome. You're laughing way too early. Man. But as I said, still quite pretty with the bald head. Honestly, still very pretty. Can't lie. But yeah, way too many red flags. Way too many. I kind of wish the opening didn't give it away a little bit as well. As I said, there was a clear. It was pretty clear that she was going to be a big character considering the visual in the opening. So that was a major hint, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, I fucking love this song, man. It's so good. Is it Kilimanjaro? I forget. Song just feels very summer. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. One of my favourite songs that have come out this season for damn sure, as well as the opening. But yeah, next week, Initiative. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. As I said, really good episode. A couple of cheesy moments, which you guys know I love these cheesy moments. Maniacal laugh right here. The shaky cam on the shady dude. I really like stuff like that. Again, very 2000s coded, and I just like, yeah, it's very nostalgic for me. I can understand maybe not liking this stuff, a bit more serious, but there's just something so charming about it, I think. Hence why I think it's a bit of a travesty it's rated so low. But yeah, again, I can't say entirely unseen or not suspected, because it was massively suspected considering the amount of screen time she had. The fact she even made it this far. It clearly wasn't the redhead dude, and it clearly wasn't the guy that was so shady. It was never going to be him. So all signs kind of pointed to her. I mean, she was kind of brainwashing our main character throughout, telling her to not pay attention to everything but this guy that we know, at least from my perspective, is guaranteed to be a safe guy. So yeah, I mean, not entirely an unsuspected episode. There is still going to be a twist to the tale. I did assume that in the last vote, actually, that either she or our main character would change their vote, and that didn't happen. So I'm going to assume that's going to happen here. Which is still quite intriguing, because that leads us to a situation where there are two winners. So what happens with the debts in that case? Is that why the game continues? Because if in the perfect, I think they must have accounted for this. I'm probably being quite stupid here, actually, aren't I? They must have accounted for the case that there would be two winners, because very, very reasonable that there would be two winners. So I guess they could pay off the debts and give everyone an extra 40,000, even if there is two winners. But it'd still be a shame that this bastard is a winner. They both won the money from the poor lady who came here to resign from the game, and they won. What the hell's up with the hand here? Holy crap! What's this anatomy? Jesus Christ! You guys looking at this? That was crazy. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame that this person's won so much money. Fair play to them. Done a good job. Looking very pretty. Playing the game expertly. I did say I'm kind of surprised there wasn't more of these types of people here, considering the nature of this game. But yes, really enjoyed the episode. It's a little bit obvious in regards to who X was, especially as the episode went on. But still a lot of fun here. Some of the anatomy of these characters in general is quite nutty, isn't it? But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section. Let me know what your guys' theories were, who you thought it was. I mean, at the start of the episode, you did hear me say I thought it might have been the girl in the middle of the couch with the braids, just this girl on the right, just because she was so innocent. Like, what's someone so innocent doing here? But yeah, clearly not her. But yeah, I mean, you guys heard me yapping for a bunch of the episode. Like I said, let me know what you guys thought about this one, and what you think will happen next episode, which I'm sure there'll be a twist or two in. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. And I'll catch you guys next week with episode 7.